What is going on, guys? It's Deeo here with Return of Deeo Gaming and Real Life Riding here on YouTube, and this is going to be another video of strictly laps. I usually do these without any audio or anything, just the bike sounds, but the last one I did I talked over and people really seemed to like it, so I thought I would give it another go here. And I just watched this, so I know pretty much everything that happens in it, maybe not down to a T, but for the most part. So pull on the track there and just start riding. And some pretty good laps. I'm pretty happy with it. Quick little disclaimer, there's 2 times that I pass kids on smaller bikes, this not being one of them. Well, I do pass this kid, but 2 times. It looks pretty close, and if you've ever used a GoPro before, you know it's not as, I don't know, it kind of messes with your field of vision, because both of the kids, it almost looks like I take out. I promise you I'm not trying to run out kids on 50s and 60s and 80s, whatever. There's lots of room that I had on these kids. I don't know why it looks so close. Like that even looked kind of close, and not even. It's not like we almost hit each other. So you'll see, but it almost makes me look like a real jerk out there on the track, and I promise you I wasn't like shoving these kids around the track. Anyway, real quick, right through that section, it's really fun when you ride and you almost feel like Marvin Musquin or maybe Christophe Pourcel. They always call them the crafty riders. They see lines that other people don't and make smooth lines. And don't get me wrong, I don't do that at all. I'm not a great rider and thinker like that while on the bike, but there's a few parts on this track in this video that you just got to look at, and it's like, what are you guys doing? I pass people almost every lap through these sections, and it just cracks me up that they keep hitting these same lines, and it's like, you guys open your eyes, there's much better lines on the track. So just went past Brendan there. He wasn't really charging too hard. I liked it to go through that left side line, but that person was going so slow, knew it would slow me way up through there. Plus that line wasn't really developing very well. Taking this outside kind of gave you a better arc around the corner. It wasn't so jagged, but it wasn't rutted too great. I kept following people through here. Sorry about my phone. And I was trying to kind of square up after that little double thing, the 2 singles, but didn't really get the drive I'd liked. I let up there because that's exactly where I crashed with my buddy Michael. We ran into each other through that section, so since then I've kind of let off a little bit and took it nice and easy through there. Up and over this inside roller, and then try to find a smooth line through here, because it gets really, not really, but it gets whooped out enough that you start to lose the back end and your back tire's not on the ground, so you're not getting any power down, and so you really got to bob and weave your way through there. That outside line, I don't like taking that, but I didn't want to follow the guy. This is one of the lines that it's like, why is no one taking this? That's a nice smooth arc around the corner. That inside line you might say is a shorter route, but it goes in, then turns very jagged to the left. You lose a lot of speed going into there. That outside you can just roll on the throttle and just go right around it. So here you go again. Both these guys, what are you doing? That it's not like those 3 rollers on the inside totally upset you or anything. As you can see, I rolled over pretty easily and then was able to grab the inside line without even an issue of getting close to those other guys. So that cracked me up. You'll see that line come into play pretty much throughout the rest of the video. I think I make a pass every lap there. Maybe not quite, but last lap I didn't huck this because those guys are right in front of me. You can see here, hucking that uphill. I guess you can call that a triple. It's a flyaway. I consider it a triple because there are 2 kind of rollers up the hill, and you can aim for them. So you can see I take this outside here, but the line's already starting to go away. That's actually a photo I posted on Instagram saying I was blowing that berm out. It was pretty much already gone. I just I happened to help it along the way. You can see me roll through the inside here, and on the KTM, that's my buddy Brandon, not Brendan, this is Brandon, and he's the one who I rode with at Lakewood and ride with pretty often. He's really fast and can help push me. He shows me different lines and just applies pressure, makes me faster. Super fun to ride with him. So I knew I just went past him, and I don't know if I wicked at my riding, but thought more about my lines and carrying my speed and stuff, and just wanted to stay in front of him. So you'll see him re-emerge throughout the rest of the video. This inside line ended up being really sick. It wasn't fully developed at that point, but that's the photo I had on Instagram, almost dragging my handlebars through that same corner later in the day. Again, taking this outside, even with no one in front of me, you can just carry so much more momentum. It's just such an easier corner. I mean, you don't have to jam the bike in there and slam on the brakes. It's just right around that outside. This section I've been working on a lot, going wide and then cutting across there. Works pretty well, and again, almost missed that line, but I pull it in and get another nice run. I guess I didn't pass anyone that lap because there was no one there to pass. Coming up on this kid, this is one that looks pretty sketchy, I think. I go by, and it almost looks like I take that kid's front tire out. I assure you, it was not that close. The camera does weird things, the fisheye and everything. I promise you I'm not out there almost taking kids out. I kind of overjumped this, so then I didn't feel comfortable hitting the triple. You can see me shake my head real quickly. That's the only reason I didn't huck that up the hill. Overshot the double of the first triple, and again, I don't triple that one anymore. I don't know why. It's just sketchy. It's not worth it. But taking that inside line because the outside was so blown out, and then I tried the inside here because I knew Brandon was right behind me. Didn't want to give him the easy pass with the inside, even though I prefer that other line. Roll around there, just kind of ride my own line through there. Huck it over that, keep it going. This I probably could have been hitting harder, I don't know. That section scares me when it gets a rut like that because I don't want to come in too fast and tuck the front end. I've had close calls there. I've seen a lot of people go down there. It's just scary, so that's honestly it. All it is I'm not sacking up enough to hit that as fast as I should. But rail back through the sand, and again, this nice corner. People were blowing this and taking the outside, and I just couldn't understand it because that inside was so nasty, you barely even had to work for it. Probably shouldn't have followed him through there, but he was just far enough ahead that I felt comfortable that I could follow him without, because taking the other line is so slow, in my opinion, so felt like I would keep more time following and try to bolt to the inside. I don't like that line as much, but again, trying not to fall in. I cut this one in and then start to drift out. I have a real hard time cutting that on the inside. There you go, yet another pass over the inside there that other people just couldn't seem to figure out. So let's see, I think this almost the exact same position as the other kid. It looks like I almost take out. I go for the outside, and then I thought I had him, and then realized it was a little too close, so that's why I pop out of the rut, give the kids some room, because that one could have been a little close, so I apologize to that little guy. Hope I don't offend anyone, but hug that up the hill. Brandon happens to be passing me at that time. I look over at him, pretty sweet shot there, and then he allows me to pull back ahead of him. I think he's just kind of showing me that he's there, putting a wheel in there, so causing me to push. I love that shot with the dirt clod flying by. I think that's hilarious. Go back to this outside just because I felt more comfortable on it. I knew Brandon was right behind me, but last lap I felt slow through it, so I figured I had to switch it up and take that line, carry a little bit more speed, and I didn't hear him behind me at this point. That's why I kind of glanced over my shoulder, making sure he's still back there. I did not see him, but decided to continue pushing anyway. So this is pretty much the first mess up that I had. I go around this outside, and what I should do is hook it back to the right and go around the inside, and you can see Brandon just flies by me on that KTM, carries way more speed. After that I started hitting that outside after realizing how fast he hit it, and then for the first time I blow that rut. I just frazzled myself with him passing me, wanted to keep up with him, and then I just push it too hard, but he goes around this inside in front and boom, goes down. So you may have seen that on Day in the Life. It didn't look like a bad crash, but he said he felt and heard a pop in his knee, so of course that's never good. We tie up the track for a while, trying to make sure he's okay, and being the Iron Man that he is, he actually ends up riding the bike back to the pits, and then his wife was able to get him home from there. And the last I heard from Monday, this video is on Sunday, but last I heard his knee was really loose, like you could move it side to side, and he might be going in for a checkup on Wednesday if his insurance will cover it. So, you know, that's the worst part about America. We all love America, but healthcare where you hurt your knee so bad you can barely even walk and stand up, and you have to make sure your insurance is good before you even go get it checked out, because it could cripple you with debt. So that's a real bummer. But you can see all the camaraderie of everyone coming to check on Brandon, hold up the track, make sure people weren't going to run into him. There was even a guy before the jump, before this corner, that was holding up traffic. So that's really it though, guys. I hope you enjoyed these laps. I felt like there were some awesome laps. Sucks that Brandon went down at the end. Hope he ends up being okay. I'll let you guys know as it progresses. Some people are actually asking me in the comments of Day in the Life, so it means a lot that you guys care enough to ask, so thank you for that. But let me know what you thought down in the comments. I always appreciate you guys watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Is that awesome or what? twice, not